Hi, today in conversation with DC is Mary Ann Alexander, an upcoming artist from Bangalore. Hi, Mary, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Very good, thank you. So tell us about yourself, Mary.
Hmm. I'm Marianne, as you know, and I'm a Malayali girl, and we're all over the world. Yeah, anywhere we go, we can find a Malayali. And I've been here in Bangalore for a while now, chasing my dreams, trying to make it big, and I make R&B music and pop music. Yeah.
Lovely. Okay, so you've spoken about growing up between Kerala and Bangalore and about early studio experiences via your father. How do you how do your Malayali roots in language, in melody, rhythm, or storytelling continue to inform or complicate your identity as an R&B or pop artist in India today?
Yeah, so I grew up singing a lot of Indian classical influence styles.
Hmm?
So that's my base of how my voice became what it is today and the capability that I have with my voice. And I had a lot of great teachers growing up in school and outside school. I used to train. So that's what made my voice how it is and gave me the confidence in my voice. So I think that's how my roots kind of inform um, my abilities yeah, but my taste in music is just like super wide and I like a lot of kinds of music.
What kinds of music?
I mostly listen to R&B and hip hop, I'm not gonna lie, but I also like electronic music. I like a lot of different African music like Amapiano, Afro beats, and it doesn't matter what language it is. If I just come across something that I like and makes me feel something, I would add it to my playlist and listen to it later.
Wow, that's awesome. Okay. So how do you say that, because you've traveled a lot between the two states, right? And I believe you also have a classical music education.
Not much, but I had this one teacher.
Hmm.
Because not much, I say that because I was a child and I did not do very well with organized systems. I
Hmm.
would just go for class and be like, I'm bored, I don't want to do this.
Okay.
So I don't think I really understood what it, um, I couldn't find the joy in systematic training. And I had this teacher, her name was, is, not was, Shanti. And Shanti Miss, um, was great. And she used to train us for the whole year so that we are prepped for youth festivals. I don't know if you know what youth festivals are,
I do.
like in the school. And
Yeah.
yeah, so when we go for these competitions, we just train all year round. I also used to participate in Margam Kali. Do you know what Margam Kali is?
Yes.
It's a
Would you like to
very
tell our audience
Christian,
what it is?
yes, so it's a very Christian Malayali art form.
Mm-hmm.
Um, It's devotional in nature. The dancers stand around a lamp and it's very rhythmic. They make a lot of rhythm with their feet on the stage, which is usually made of wood.
Mm-hmm.
And there would be a singer, which is in this case me. And it's like a really long performance and we trained really hard for it.
Right.
Um, and because we had to practice a lot, I would have to sing for them all day. So then my stamina, the projection in my voice, all of it came from practicing that style of music. So um, growing up in school, I don't think I was ever in class. I was always training. So um, yeah, that really gave me the ability today of what I can do.
Beautiful. Okay, your single Good Girl described as the exploring dance between power and vulnerability, and your earlier tracks often lean into deeply personal emotional spaces. How do you decide how much of your real self to expose in a song? And is there ever a risk that more vulnerable songs get misunderstood or underappreciated in mainstream?
I don't think I mind being understood differently
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, it's art and we all interpret it differently.
Yeah.
And if it's one time I made a song which was really direct, and I did not leave any gaps for interpretation. And I showed it to my mom, and she was like, you know, it's art. You can really be a bit more vague about things, and it would honestly like enhance the beauty of it because it leaves a lot of space for different stories to exist. So I really kept that in mind. But a lot of it is from personal experience. Sometimes when you're writing so much, there's so only so much you can write from your own experience. So I try to place myself in other people's shoes. Maybe my friend was venting about something in her life, and I would place myself in that. Or maybe it's a character from a show, and I would place myself in their situation. It could be like some guilty pleasure show I'm watching at the time, but I'm very emotional in nature, so I can easily like
Really?
cry over stupid things. So I feel like that, and I can just place myself in different shoes and write from that perspective. So I try to do that so that I have different places to pull from.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay. Being the first Indian artist selected for Jameson Distilled Sounds and mentored by Anderson, uh, that must have been transformative for you, right? What was the biggest shift, mental, musical, or emotional, that you experienced from that mentorship, and how is it showing up in your new work?
Actually, this is the second year that they're doing digital sounds. Last year, See They Moth went from India, so I am not the first. And
I'm sorry.
yeah, that's okay. But it was definitely like I felt really honored because just to be like chosen to fly out all the way to Ireland. I've never been there before, and I never traveled much as a kid. So every place I've been to, even in India, is because of music and getting to perform at different festivals and different opportunities because of my music. And so when I went to Ireland, it was all really new for me. It's literally the third place that I've gone outside my country, and um, it was quite overwhelming, but also in the best way possible. And just to be able to exist in the same rooms and breathe the same air as someone like Anson Park, because when I first met him, I was like, I went up to him and I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna act like, I'm too cool for this because I know your NPR Tiny Desk set by heart, start to finish. And he's like, do you know the dialogues between the songs too? I'm like, I probably do, I'm not gonna lie. And he's like, I had to be really honest with him. I'm like, I'm such a big fan. I am so happy to be here right now. Yeah, so it felt like a dream. I was like, is this the real guys? Like, am I really here? Yeah.
So beautiful. I love how honest you are. It just comes off in your music as well. It's very sweet, it's very innocent, it's very fresh, and it's just so nice to, you know,
Thank
talk to you
you.
about
Thank
this. Um, your recent remix of Craig David's Commitment, feat Tiva Savage, and your appearance as DJ AJ Sessions suggest you're actively positioning yourself on a global map. How do you navigate the tensions between making music that's globally resonant versus music that stays rooted to your personal and regional world? What's your filter for which collaboration to accept or shape?
Well, I'm a child of the internet. I grew up having unlimited internet access, and most of the time my parents were in home until like late evening. So I've entertained myself a lot just being on the computer, listening to different music, doing karaoke by myself, and watching different YouTubers. So I never really thought of my identity to be like purely regional, and that I have to make music for my people or appeal to any certain crowd, because I saw beyond that. I saw it as like, the I could see that it's accessible because what I'm consuming is from different places all over the world. So I never thought of it like that. So it seemed possible to me. And but it's still, it's still, when it happens, still you're still like taking a moment, like, okay, wait, hold on, what's going on? So when Craig started supporting me, started commenting on different posts on Instagram, I was like, really, like this legend is just like, making his presence felt on my feed.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And um, he sent me like this huge message, and just his vibes were immaculate and super positive. I don't think I've ever heard even one negative thing come out of his mouth. He's just like a ball of like golden aura. That's how I can describe like to you. And when he spoke to me, I was already planning a UK trip, so it felt like everything was aligning. And I told him, "See, we can do this in person. I'm gonna be there really soon." So I got to meet him, and initially it was a different song that we were planning to do together. But when I got there, he told me, "See, I have this idea. Like, you wanna do this song?" And it was already out by that time, the song. So I knew it was like a remix. I was really excited for it because it's such a good song from that project. And I wrote it on the way to the studio, like in the car.
Wow.
And
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
because I had like 2 sessions that same day, and like the team changed their mind about the song that we're gonna do
Last
quite
minute?
late into the process. So, but it's still, it doesn't scare me because I always get like excitement compared to anxiety when it comes to things like this. So I was like, "Yeah, okay, so let's go. Let's do it." Yeah.
Wow. At 25, you're doing this? Wow.
Almost
Oh my
25.
God. Wow. Like, very, very impressive. We're very proud of you. That's very cool.
Thank you. Thank
Fabulous.
you.
Okay.
I still think like, um, as an Indian, a South Indian doing a genre like this, it still feels like I'm quite late to the party. I feel like everybody feels like that about anything that they do because um, I feel like a lot of people start way younger than I do. I did. Yeah, but I've been doing this since I was 15.
May I just
Putting
say,
myself out there.
may I just
Yeah.
say to you that um, I am very fond of music. I listen to all kinds of music, right? And one of the reasons why I was asked to speak to you was because of the kind of music I listen to. And I can assure you it's never too late. For music, it's never too late. For anything artistic, it's never too late. Who
Yes.
decides, right? Nobody decides
Yeah,
that.
yeah. It's
Those are just
That's just a
yeah,
weird
that's
belief.
it's just a
Yeah.
thing. Like nobody decides that. You can't decide what is good art and bad art. I don't think there's anything known as good art or bad art, right? Art is art. So
Yeah.
it's you've not reached late to the party. The party's on, and that's what the good thing is, right? You're here.
Yeah.
That's what the good thing is.
You are the party.
I know, like, hallelujah, you're here. That's what matters. So,
Yeah.
so good. Okay, you've steadily built a devoted audience through social media, independent releases, and live shows versus following the conventional label trajectory. Over the last 5 to 10 years, where do you like see yourself like your music evolving and your what footprints or impacts do you hope to leave for Indian R&B indie music for young artists and for yourself as an artist? What do you think you're going to do?
Yeah. So why I mentioned the AG thing was like when I performed there, I realized, okay, this is real. I get to do this in different parts of the world and feel connected to people from different parts of the world. So in the next few years, I definitely want to do more of that and um, realize that my music is reaching people, around the world and kind of build more on that listenership and connections with people. And of course, put out a lot of music because that's all I've been doing these days, just making a lot of music. So, put them all out into the world because the more it exists just in my laptop and within my team, it doesn't feel real unless I just put it out and let people, I let the people have it. Yeah, so I just want to, put a lot of music out, do a couple of albums, and see where it takes me because I'm very optimistic and I know it'll do good things.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Yes, thank you.